Hey everyone, Sam from United People's TV here with a video for you after Roy Hodgson has announced his 26-man England squad for Euro 2016, and there's three Manchester United players involved: Wayne Rooney, Chris Smalling and 18-year-old Marcus Rashford. Michael Carrick's been left out, Phil Jones has been left out. We'll talk about that later on. Person I want to talk about here is Marcus Rashford. Now it should be noted straight away, this is a 26-man provisional squad for the friendlies, not for Euro 2016. So there are going to be three players who are dropped between now and the actual tournament. So maybe Marcus Rashford won't actually go to France. But I just want to talk about, his inclusion. It's fantastic for him to be included. He's going to be buzzing. He's going to be absolutely delighted that he's involved in this. He's 18, 12 months ago he was only playing for our under-18s. And now all of a sudden he's going to be potentially on the biggest stage in the world. For me personally, I did not want to see him included in this squad. Call me selfish for thinking that, but Rashford's 18. He's only just about broken into the first team at Man United. He's taken it by storm. He looks comfortable. He looks ready for it all. And I'm sure he'll feel ready for this Euro 2016 tournament. But he's 18. We saw with Wayne Rooney in 2004 what an 18-year-old can do when he bursts onto the scene for England. And then what happened to Rooney with England? Sometimes kids are thrown in too early, too quickly. Michael Owen, another example. Theo Walcott, probably another example. England seem to get too overhyped with their players too quickly. And let's be honest, Marcus Rashford isn't going to start for England at the Euros. He's not going to get in ahead of Harry Kane. He's not going to get in ahead of Jamie Vardy. He's not going to get in ahead of Wayne Rooney. He won't get in ahead of Daniel Sturridge either, arguably. So he's going as probably fifth choice striker, if he does go, of course. I'm not saying he is going to go. If he was to go, fifth choice striker. Is that really worth it? Is he really going to get any game time? I don't think he will. And I would much rather see Marcus Rashford sitting at home, chilling out, with some ice cold water, feet up, watching a series, watching Game of Thrones or something, or watching the Euros on the TV. Because he's had a massive year. He's played a lot of games, like 13 or so consecutive games. I think it might have stopped for the Norwich game. Prior to that, he was starting every single match as an 18-year-old. There's questions to be asked about whether throwing people in the deep end at a young age can be a beneficial thing, but I've seen it too many times with young England talents before, that they get burnt out too quickly. And he wouldn't have played that many consecutive games at Man United had Rooney not been injured. But Louis van Gaal's hand was forced and he pushed him into the limelight, and Roy Hodgson's taken it. I think Jermaine Defoe should have probably gone ahead of Marcus Rashford. I'm being selfish here, club ahead of country for me in this situation, because Marcus Rashford's only 18. He's going to have 3 or 4 or 5 World Cups ahead of him, 3 or 4 or 5 European Championships ahead of him. Instead of this one, he could have taken him when he was 20 to the World Cup, but instead he's potentially going to get thrown in at the deep end. Let me know in the comments below whether you think he should go to the Euros. I've already made my opinion clear. Moving on to the other players, Chris Smalling, guaranteed starter, potential captain material for England, I would say. Obviously Wayne Rooney will be captain, he'll probably start somewhere. Michael Carrick, Fabian Delph and Jack Wilshere have both gone ahead of him in the squad. Jack Wilshere's hardly played a few minutes at all. He is good for England, but he's basically played no football this season. So that's a big risk. Fabian Delph, really odd decision there. I mean, Carrick's not the best, but if you've got Carrick sitting in a position where you've got a Dyer or somebody that's doing the hard running beside him, he can do a job still. So it's kind of surprising not to see him included. Phil Jones, absolutely no surprises that he's not in the team. And there's not particularly anybody else there. Let me know if I've missed other people out that maybe from United's perspective could have been involved in that team. But that's it for the England reaction video. Obviously Rashford's in the squad, Rooney's in the squad, and so is Smalling. Let me know your comments on that below. Drop a like on the video as always. I will be over on Ball Street soon doing a wider reaction video, so make sure you check that out too. Take it easy.